Their wedding photographer cancelled, so they strapped a GoPro to their dog. That's photographer upgrade. Every picture is better with perky dog ears at the bottom. I will smile today, but only for them. Goats can understand human expressions and are drawn to smiley faces. A passenger with a first-class ticket gave up his seat to an 88-year-old woman after they met at the airport, and he discovered that she never flew in first class before. The happiest of all the otters. Just learned that baby elephants suck their trunks for comfort, just like baby humans suck their thumb. My mum hates The Office, but my turtle loves it, so it stays on. Tutorial on how to send attractive photos to your wife. Men, listen up. Breaking. Japanese politician busted for looking at alligator pigs during debate. Here I am, taking care of my granddaughter because her mother is busy and taking selfie. Man in India rescues kittens from flood. After this foal's mother died, a teddy bear helped him get sleep. Saw this guy at the zoo, but it was his first Holy f- that sneaked up on me. Who's a good speaker? Yeah, you're a good speaker. Less of this and more of this. Yo, Chan is an absolute beast. How is she so round? How do they even live in the wild? They're so fat and stupid. He got his head stuck. He's okay. He'll be just fine. Russell Crowe just needed a sleep. Be free, Russell. Hope you have insurance. I'd like to report an attempted murder at my dealer's place. The guy I buy my discontinued Bath and Body Works lotions from. They moved out of the way so I could take a picture of Mount Fuji. This aquarium is also a wedding venue, and the beluga whale loves photobombing. My daughter's dice collection. This is cool. Wait, how long did it take for her to get that many? The guy who does the grass for my building left a rectangle of wild flowers so the bee can use them. Sometimes I flip off my cat when he's not looking, and I think it's so funny. Some heroes wear hard hats. Indiana construction worker Jason Haney hid a giant Where's Waldo cutout all over his worksite for the children in a nearby hospital to find. Once he received word that they'd found him, he would move Waldo to a new location so they could start looking for him again. I am mature now. Also me, yellow to yellow. Yeah, I'm not mature at all. I worked with the same doctor that delivered me 21 years ago. Guinea pigs exit and enter the tube. Yes, I would like to science, please. Science penguin. I enjoy that every single human reaction to penguin is unrestrained delight. This is the greatest day of my life, yelled the barista as she literally jumped out of the drive-thru window to give my pet pig a cup of whipped cream. Bagpipes don't belong in Metallica. James would not approve. This guy doesn't speak on our behalf. You're awesome. I created a dads and daughters hair class to help other fathers learn about doing hair. We had a small class of dads that learned basic brushing, ponytails, braids and buns. Once again, my plans have been foiled. No. Cat was so cute. I took this photo. Then I noticed she was actually watching my burning charger. I was taking a rideshare today and thought the driver said something to me, but he was like, no, I was talking to Patricio, and then flopped Patricio down on the dashboard. Horse on giant bull, playing and having fun. Happy good time. Goldfish 2022. Oil on canvas. Bro thought it was a goldfish party. I like my woman how I like my passwords. Short and insecure. Same one for the past 20 years. Please don't worry. I'm not stuck. This is my favorite daytime spot to hang out. Rescued after his mother was hunted. His eyes say it all. Quietly having a hard week, and the littlest lady of the house reminds me of what really matters. I love you, Dad. Tiny Dolph, the tiniest voice. A baby seal had to be rescued from a field full of... How does that even happen? Why was he in a field of cows? He was trying to make friends. Dad on phone equals no barking. It's incredible to me that you can see how much they are definitely going to bark in a still image. Sometimes the one who has the least is the one who gives the most. They're called hooves, dummy. The amazing feats of mountain goats. Big, handsome boys in the house. Where his eyes? None of your business. I love him. He's shaped like a friend. Look at that tongue. He just wants to lick my hand. I love these sopping wet beasts. I want to stroke it. Looks like a dinosaur. I'm physically restraining him from eating my donut. In case you've ever wondered how large an eagle claw is, got to take my baby sister to her first dad-daughter dance the other night. Sorry you don't have a dad, but I'll always be there for you. She is terrified of watermarks. I would be too if I saw them in my green pile. It's on her. She has no clue. Somebody tell her. When your man is having a rough day and says nothing can fix it, I hope she is doing this to free her ears of hair to listen to my problems. I don't know who put this sticker here, but I think they deserve some more recognition. There was some racist rubbish here, but I covered it up with this picture of a cat. The cuteness. Too much. Head explode. Can't sleep. Powdered nut. No, you're implying that it's edible. No. So I opened my nan's laptop, and when she's googled something, she's put please, and thank you. Dearest Ben's Nen, hope you're well. In a world of billions of searches, yours made us smile. I saw a man on the train who noticed an older man struggling to find directions on his phone. He asked if he could help and spent the next 20 minutes teaching him how to use Google Maps, GPS, and direction services. This streetlight got replaced, but the workers kept a piece of wood for the woodpecker. 3 butch friends of mine finishing the basement of my first house around 1996. They work for beer and not even anything fancy. I think it's fair to say that seals are derpy, chunky, and squishy. Probably the world's oldest wombat, Patrick, 27, has never been kissed. This is an outrage. Behold, a Psyduck ducky. I just need you to see the stairs in an apartment I viewed. Am I a mountain goat? I found a baby fox on my dog walk, crying and walking up to people for help. I had no choice but to take it home, and it immediately settled into my dog's crate. The fox rescuers are on their way. My good gosh, look at that face. This note was left on the gate at the water this afternoon. No name or number was left, but whoever you are, rest assured your rose is in place in the middle of the lake. Please can someone throw this into the lake for me? My late husband's ashes are in the lake, and I can't get to the lakeside in my wheelchair anymore. Plus gates are locked. A beautiful picture. A beautiful pig. A beautiful picture. Gorgeous. Ping pong door. Can I please go to the living room? Never felt more connected to something. Important announcement. There's a goose who raises her babies outside of a law school, and the students named her Ruth Bader Gooseberg. Do you have any blessed facts lying around? Today was sad. I need a happy. Unlike rabbits, a baby hare can run, fight, or flee almost immediately after birth. I'm a rescuer for a raptor rehab, and I got the call for this guy in the middle of me dyeing my hair. Zebra foals imprint on their mother's unique pattern of stripes. Keepers wear a special coat, so the orphan foal will automatically recognize whoever wears it as his caregiver. Lady, I'd like to sell my 25-carat gold bracelet. Pawn shop hamster. 25 carats? Yahoo! Extraordinary white moose was spotted taking a dip in a pool in Sweden's Farmland County. This is Farsai, a rescue elephant. She was naughty and broke a sprinkler. Now, she is the happiest elephant in the world. All cats are good, but I especially enjoy black cats, who just look like vaguely cat-shaped blobs of darkness. Can't. Just learned about this panda that grimaces when she breaks bamboo, because she had no panda teachers and noticed humans making that face every time they broke some bamboo for her. If there's one thing millennials love, it's complaining about articles about millennials. Damn, they checkmated us. Look at how happy my dad is. He's just started baking school, and I'm so proud. A US Marine feeds an orphan kitten, found after a heavy mortar barrage near Bunker Hill during the Korean War. Here's today's mood, everybody. Get it while it's hot. Was going through my DM requests, and I'm not gonna lie, he kinda ate with this. Can I carry you on my back so I can have a 10 behind me like Messi? So I have a meow stick named after my cat. I was thinking today how similar they actually are, and then I remembered this kitten picture of her to confirm it. There's no such thing as perfect, huh? You're beautiful as you are, Courage. Even with your imperfections, you can do anything. Thank you, Bathtub Barracuda. My mom's cat was acting sick, so we went to the vet. Turns out she is healthy, but she is jealous of the attention that I'm getting. I'm sick. So we are acting like she is the sick one, so she won't be jealous anymore. Girlfriend's cat snorted, then did this. She's still doing it. Today I learned that possums almost don't have any ridges in their brain. I bet that feels good. A cow with heart eyes. Would you go to a picnic with a cassowary? I don't think I have a choice. No thoughts, just cows and beds of flowers. Upon arriving in Seattle, I purchased some flowers. The florist asked me, "Is it for someone special?" And then I replied, "No, it's for myself." The florist then in turn replied, "You're someone special." Who knew taking such a simple walk would be such a heartwarming experience? When people laugh at you because you look like Bob the Builder, but you realize that you're the reason for someone's happiness. My dad's girlfriend takes her dog on a hike every day, and her dog has dog friends. Look at this squad. One bad picture took over, but oh my, she was trying to make it work. My new puppies don't listen to my commands, but they do laugh at all of my jokes. I've been feeding Momo in a croissant, and when she wants more, she brings me the butter. My roommate made me a graduation cake, after it took me almost 6 years to finish. You did it! I wish my girlfriend's parents weren't abusive. Granted, she now has no self-esteem issues and no longer dates you. Hey man, if that's what it takes, you're a good dude. If you are unemployed and need an outfit cleaned for an interview, we will clean it for free. When times are tough, we will help you look your best. I got featured in Hong Kong Museum of Memes. Hold on, is this real? Museum of Memes. Oh my god. Blows my mind that I have little online friends who mildly care about me. It's really nice. Anyway, hi little online friends, I care about you too. I want a book where the villain gets the girl. I'm so sick of people being like, I wish there was a story where insert something that definitely already happened in Megamind. Guys, my grandma lost contact with her best friend 40 years ago when she moved, and after years of searching, we finally found her and they reunited. LeBron James opened a new public school to help at-risk students in his hometown. It's called the I Promise School, and the students have 8-hour days, a longer school year, and receive free meals, bikes, and tuition. I'm happy, but I'm not old man holding a kitten on a bus happy. My dad surprised my mum for their 30th anniversary and had a bench dedicated to her at the park where they always walk together, celebrating 30 years of walking with my love and the joy of all of you walking with yours. Happy anniversary, Pam. Love, Jeff. Rest in peace. If we're so tiny and insignificant, if you're able to find one person in the entire universe who cares about you, why would you want to disappoint them? I released your cat! You have permanently won the game! My host mum in Japan referred to her Roomba as Roomba-san, and when it would get stuck, she would look over it and softly say, Gambatai. Gambatai? Gambatai. I don't know. As it made distressed beeping noises at her. Cheer up, be courageous, do your best. My 7-year-old boy Snake was getting lonely when I'm away at work, so I brought him home to a kitten. I was nervous to introduce them, but I don't know why. This is day 3. I was today years old when I found out how broccoli is made. A sand cat hunting in the Sahara Desert. I know this guy is like an actual predator, a natural born killer, a hardcore hunter born into the eternal cycle of violence. But what a cutie, baby sweetie, smooch, love you darling, wow, so cute baby kitten, baby kissy. A parrot makes a tock tock sound that's really odd, and it wasn't until constant work from home that I figured out she has a woodpecker friend that visits occasionally. I'm nearly crying that all of my family got to see that today. My grandpa is almost 90 years old, and for the first time in his life, he witnessed a total eclipse. My sister told me he just kept saying, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So I work as a shelver at my local library in the kids section, and sometimes people forget things in between pages, and they fly out. I found this today, and I cannot make this up. Bookmark. How am I supposed to read this? Degolegsaurus? I just wish someone loved me as much as this cat loves strawberries. The shelter where I adopted my cat posted this, and I'm losing my mind. Pasta and her noodles. Mama Pasta looks so kind. 8-year-old sneaks his self-made book onto library shelf. Now it has a 2-year waiting list. A hateful person is a rat. A spiteful person is a shrew. An infiltrator is a mole. Well, just little guy phobia never cease. Look at them. They're just little guys. Why is this cow so crisp? I don't know. An alien left it in this field. I tried to relax with a nice nature show. Forgot about the emotional landmines. It's confusing when your parents don't visit as frequently as they once did. This is Alfie. That is his time machine. He's very proud of it. Squirrels always look like they're at their last chance audition for a career-defining role as an evangelica. Fuck! I don't know what this word is. Evangelica. There's some words I struggle and this is one of them. Antarctic sponges live on a timescale we can barely comprehend. Update. What? Maximum longevity. 15,000 years. Wild. Old boys. I don't even think I'd want to be alive for that long. I think if I could be alive for an infinite, like if I had a choice, probably like 20. I'm kidding. Nah, probably like 500 or something. About 3 years ago, my wife said I was the best husband ever. I said I was hopeful, but the International Husband of the Year awards weren't until the end of the month. Today, I was presented with this. Come over and stare at my big wet eyes. I'd love to have this as a pet, but probably wouldn't love to have me as an owner. I don't know. These things are probably dangerous. Why not friendly? Or always friendly? Why not domesticated? Why? The owner of this cat noticed that he would take a piece of food in his mouth and then leave the house every afternoon. Curious, he decided to follow him one day and found that he was taking the food to this poor doggy who had been abandoned and chained to a post by his owner. I really hope they save the dog. I think anyone who is cruel to animals, not only are they the worst type of people, but the way they treat animals should be the way they should be treated. So if you're chaining up a dog, you deserve to be chained up. I don't care. Notice, stray dog inside this laundry shop. We are currently saving this innocent dog from the dog catcher, since they will be put to sleep / killed if they've been caught. We understand that you will feel uncomfortable with this situation, and you are welcome to go to another laundry. Thank you. A lady had her giant poodle blocking the door to the coffee shop, and as I tried to reach for the the door. She stops me and says, "Oh, please don't pet the dog. She's shy." And I'm like, "Lady, I'm getting coffee, not petting your dog. And this is the dog. Food, 200. Data, 30. Rent, 250. Things I buy because I'm depressed, 3,600. Utility, 100. Someone who is good at the economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. Buy more things because you're depressed." Okay. Ladies, if you want to find out a man's true personality, ask them, would you rather be a cowboy, a samurai, or a pirate? Trust me, this is a good question. I think I'd rather be I'd like to be a pirate, but then again, you probably get ill and seasick and all this type of stuff and probably hate it. I think samurai, yeah. But I just love, in my brain when I think of pirates, I think of Sea of Thieves, and Sea of Thieves is one of my favorite games. So, I'd be a samurai though. Me, fighting the urge to text my friends. "Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was so much fun. You're literally the reason I'm going to see the sunrise tomorrow. Every time we finish hanging out, it's over. It's the greatest piece of slang ever invented. Perfect phrase. It's so over. And then we're back. Just as good. Amazing. I'm drunk and this donut is really freaking me out. Why is it looking at me like that? Deleted my weather app because there's a guy in my office that always tells me anyway, and the app never asks me how my weekend was. Shout out Bill. My weekend was awesome, man. Thanks for asking. We got a doorbell for our dogs to let us know that they want to go outside. This may have been a big mistake. Proud mama of her 15 babies. What? That's almost too many. My German teacher has up-to-date memes. It scares me. Therapist. German bread isn't real. It can't hurt you. German bread. Gluten Tag. In my heart, there's also a cat. Love is stored in the cat. Men, what's something you've heard guys say about women that you personally disagree with? I hear guys say they are dating the best woman on the planet, and this is an outrageous and blatant lie, as I am actually dating the best woman on the planet. Don't normally post her, but my orange boy has a kitty cold. Why does he have a spoon now? I don't even need to ask. There's just no way this is allowed. Went with my partner upstate, and the Airbnb host's cat took us for a guided hike along the Appalachian Trail. Apparently this is what she does with every guest. She would complain when we took a wrong turn off the trail and knew the way back. Amazing cat. Would apocalypse whip. Nikola Tesla's last letter to his mother. I wish I could be beside you now, mother, to bring you the glass of water. All these years I have spent in the service of mankind brought me nothing but insults and humiliation. He's got a rash on his butt and he keeps chewing, but apparently PetSmart doesn't stock cones small enough for him, so we're using a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Can I say, rats, pythons, and pigeons look specifically engineered to be people's dream courtesy animals. No idea what got lost in the wide perception of them. Not to be a Martian on Maine, but if I were rolling off in the spaceship and someone was like, these are considered gross around here, I would literally riot. You're going to become a cat lady living all alone in a book-filled apartment. Is such a weird insult. Like when a witch tries to curse you and accidentally gives you the life of your dreams. Oh no, not the cats and the books. How will I ever manage? My husband noticed that no one was eating the oranges. I said that I think I subconsciously avoid them because I have eczema on my hands and peeling them hurts the little cuts. The next day, this was in the fridge. He proceeded to peel 6 oranges for me every Sunday to last the week and has continued to do so when I want oranges. I never asked him to. I don't need anything fancy. To me, this is love. Another rare rainbow burb that appears once in 50,000 burbs. Like in 50 seconds to get 500 years of good luck. Ignore it and nothing happens. I'm redoing this meme. New skills. Santas brush up on their sign language during a Santa school held recently at Royal City Centre. The Santas return to school each fall to fine-tune their skills for the holidays. This makes me so happy. Seal grabs Diver's hand and now Diver understands. My son wore his Batman rain jacket to a local farm park. This peacock took it as a challenge. I like how the deer is in the back, like, why the hell ain't she playing me a song? Adding googly eyes to falconry hoods makes them look 100% better. Intense concentration coming from everyone in this photo. The definition of locked in. My spirit animal doesn't exist. Hermit crab using a human skull as a shell. Did you guys see the deer with the ribbon? This one. Did you see this? White-winged fairy wrens. Why you blue? Holy hell, you can't just ask someone why they're blue. Elephants are among the most emotional creatures in the world. They have been known to rescue other animals, such as trapped dogs. I was not eating sand. You sure about that? He seems very confused over his first shed. I have another squishy seal picture if you want. Please. In my mind, it's making a whoopee cushion noise. Why does this cat have eyeliner? Cat? Just ordinary sheep after eating grass during winter season. I'm still laughing. Look at these idiots. I like how beavers always look like they're getting ready to share a really good joke. This dog thought he could get an ice cream by being in line, and the guy gave him that to not hurt the dog's heart. This is what happens when a squirrel is shocked by high waves of electrical voltage on accident. No harm comes to the fuzzy creatures, but their tail size increases exponentially. POV, you are a leaf or perhaps an acorn. People are risking their lives to save animals from the floods of Hurricane Harvey. One time I made a friendship bracelet for my cat and I. Here we find a loner in its natural habitat. The cat got a grandma for Christmas. 3 kids playing dress up as royal guards get a surprise visit from the future king of Denmark. The zoo in my hometown posted this picture of one of their cheetah cubs and I'm obsessed. His name is Yam. Are you kidding me? No kiddings here. Big fan of the ways moles sit in dirt and their arms out like they're in a hot tub. Decadence. Underwater temple. Underwater monk. Trending news. Apple mouse. Imagine being so tiny that your house is literally just an apple. I cry. Someone placed bacon fat on a keyboard so birds could tweet in real time by pecking at it. Below are their tweets. This is one of our parent-reared juvenile peregrines. I don't know his name, but he is very round. Rotund. Let's spend all 9 lives together. Obsessed with this comment. Why don't you swim with this gentleman like beast? Why don't you kiss him? Because he'll eat me. The lady next to me on the plane was having an anxiety attack during takeoff, so I did what I had to do. We got through it together. How? Now, brown cow. Yo, Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. My grandma is trying to sell her house in Florida, and these are the pictures. Why did 9 geese cross the road? Why are they headed directly towards me? Time-sensitive question. Please respond. They want to be friends. Mobile. Unapologetically mobile. Moving forward towards you. Here he comes. Violent post. Who taught him to do that? Who taught him to get silly like that? Sometimes I put this on and I eat with them, thinking about life and its twists and turns today. A lot for an armadillo to deal with, but I'll be okay. Never can go to the bathroom in peace. I let him have a soak in the tub, and 4 minutes later this happened. Is that a snake in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? What would you like to be if you weren't a writer? An Ottawayer. J.K. Rowling, ladies and gentlemen. A man named David Heichi created beeping Easter eggs so his blind daughter could go Easter egg hunting. Genuine pig. Are you babysitting a genuine pig? I can't spell it, you know what I mean. A guinea pig? Cat owl. Cow. Who knows? Looks vampiric, but fluffy. My friend's cat had 1 kitten. Just 1 little perfect kitten. This is so cute. What does a skeleton call his closest homie? His vertebra. Is that because homies always have each other's backs? You. I like you. God bless this man. Hey, do you want to bring me anything for dinner tomorrow? Just your beautiful self. Haha. Duck going for a swim with his friends. Oops. Sorry. That was meant for Google. This is the most dramatic fox picture I've ever seen, and I'm still laughing about it. A ferocious beast. I will like these every time I see them because she is such a precious little boy of predatory fury. A small kestrel tried to steal dinner from a Harris hawk. The risk I took was calculated, but man, I am bad at math. Hey pals, what's up? Shut up. They actually listened. Gazing lovingly at his gigantic, angry wife, the happiest of all otters. I am obsessed with how this baby seal at an aquarium looks when it's picked up. Meet the velvet worm, possibly the cutest insect I've ever seen. Taught my dog the word yucky in association to grossness. So if he's chewing on something, I run up to him and yell, yucky, and he gives me this look. Walking on mum's feet exercises the chick's leg before she takes steps of her own. Some have yet to get the hang of it. Knowing swans, this is either a very brave man or a very scared one. The swans have a hostage. Me being kissed by a dolphin, and the trainer being a third wheel. Wait until you see what dolphins are like. There, angry face. No, I am angry and your fluffy yellow sunshine will not calm my wrath. Lancelot's hair was interrupted by a downpour, so now he's Lancelion, the glorious. He sure is. If sheep shearing was done by dog groomers. I tried to relax with a nice nature show. Forgot about the emotional landmines. It's confusing when your parents don't visit as frequently as they once did. Bring some snacks to share. Use this big old pal as a reference. Horse on roof standing in weird location starring. This a church? Don't forget to wash your hands after touching a filthy animal. With the amount of crimes humans have committed, we are the filthy ones. Silly and happy horse covered in kisses and waiting for more. New York's hottest club is the Fallen Tree in Prospect Park Lake, where 32, yes, I counted, turtles were sunbathing this morning. Like I said, absolutely losing it over the third bird trying to pretend like it isn't eavesdropping. My friend scared a rat who tried to retreat into the subway grid, but he was too chubby. Be nice, she's a lady. Hey, thank you for changing my life. I just pooped on your bed. A pair of cats intersect each other at a 90-degree angle, perpendicular. Remember, bird watching goes both ways. Hey babe, sorry I'm late. Got stuck behind the unfolding tragedy of Narcissus again. Masako Wantabe. Watanabe? She's 95 and still posting her art on Twitter. It makes me so happy. My 90-plus-year-old grandmother still sends me a birthday card every year with $20 and a note that says, get some chicken nuggets. I'm 42 now. These cards are everything. Another dinner spent all myself. Sometimes my family is around me while I'm on Tumblr, and I don't really know how to explain to them what I'm looking at. Is that a kookaburra? That is a kookaburra in a raincoat with a happy frog on it. Rhinoceros beetle hitching a ride in Costa Rica. These harmless beetles reached the size of 6.7 inches. That's a weird dog. Relocating a rhino to a safer place. Can you imagine him trying to explain or comprehend this event? He was probably tranquilized. So, he dropped that tennis ball at the statue's feet about an hour ago, and has been patiently waiting for the statue man to throw it. After building an underpass for elephants to cross the highway near Mount Kenya, it took less than 12 hours for the first elephant to use it. Transports guinea pig from point A to point B with my mind. Marzipan asks you that you not interrupt her nap with your telepathic powers again. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'll never forgive myself for doing this to you. I'm so sorry. I just heard a bouncing noise, and that was followed by my dad saying, "Oh no, my potato." He only said that. If that was me, I would scream. My potato! Hard times define you. Hope defines you too. Adulthood sucks, but you can buy yourself an ice cream whenever you want. My friend can't go out with us because she got new foster kitties and I can go to her house to pet them. We must stop this madness. What does he need 3 apples for? Can't you just let him live his life? Fresh out of the womb, ready to mess stuff up. Look at his attack pose in the second. This man will not hesitate. The US Navy has marine mammals for mine hunting and force protection, and it has produced some amazing pictures. Wait a second, that's actually a Navy SEAL. Magnificent male leopard wearing his battle scars proudly. Amazed that something with such pronounced and on-paper badass scars can come out looking this goofy. He looks like he got caught stealing a piece of chicken off the table. This is Dexter. He has come to the pet area and is waiting patiently to be pet. Barcode is completely convinced that I'm edible, so the hearse is definitely for me. One day you will be so excited to wake up in the morning, it'll be hard to sleep. Washed and dried sheep. Looks like a Bichon. Power is growing. Harness it and achieve your dreams. Watch out, he's about to grow branches and heal for 50% HP. Wildlife photographer shot this impressive clip without flash, staying in a hiding place for 3 nights to patiently wait for the pride of lions. You can't tell me that those 2 lions in the middle aren't chatting that someone is there. There's a group of elephants in Africa that visit the same series of caves in an extinct volcano rich in salt, and over time they've deepened the caves by continuously chiseling off salt deposits with their tusks. Mining elephants. These pictures are killing me. My puppy's reaction to the new mirrors we brought home. I'm sure you're all wondering why I gathered you here today. A tortoise saved his entire species from extinction after having over 800 babies. The vet suggested a shirt instead of a cone for my cat. Fun fact, most cats wear baby sizes 0 to 3 months. Every time I take Titan to the park, instead of bringing sticks to me, he tries to use them to make friends. When I forget to feed her, she's like, "Feed me, get off the computer and feed me." When the teacher thinks you're reading, but you're really playing with your pet turtles. I may not have the best body, but it sure does hold all my organs in place. This is the type of positivity I need. It takes a lot for a table to make me cry at work, but these guys had me bawling. We noticed your tattoo. We're glad that you are still here and that you helped us have a great meal. Horse with pink bucket on head. Horse is having fun. Goofy weird staring crazy. I can't stop saying, "Grisp it." Hey, grisps you. Ah, bring me a rat. Make it the softest that I've ever pet. By eating herbivores with seeds in their stomachs and then leaving scat across a large range, cougars are able to plant around 94,000 plants every year. Find someone who looks at you the way this fox looks at this doggo. I have the necessary qualifications. Your qualifications are completely irrelevant. Stay woke. I'd still trust him. What the hell is this thing? Why does it look like a doge deer? A dirge. What? Update. They share a common ancestor with whales. I no longer understand nature, the power, the grace, the sheer raw majesty of a leaping wombat. Business shrimp having business shrimp meeting. Very important meeting going on here. Does anyone have any useful sentences that will change my life immediately upon being read? Unironically, this dumb meme helped me through one of the worst times in my life. It's going to be okay, but it's going to be different. I don't know who needs this, but here's a baby toucan. What a shy guy. Very diffident. Do I play games? Yes. Am I any good at them? Absolutely not. But do you enjoy enjoy them? Yes. Hummingbirds are so good because they literally turned a dinosaur into an insect. The adult male bee hummingbird, the smallest known and the smallest living dinosaur. I always forget horseshoe crabs are one of my favorite animals, which is so sad. Google horseshoe crab baby right now. Snow bunny. Oh, this is a fantastically cursed animal that will appear in my dreams to grant me universal wisdom, but only in a language not usable in the waking world. This might be the most confident I've seen anyone. That little bat has no clue that it is embodying Halloween right now because it does not understand what holidays are. It does, however, understand what pumpkins are, as it can eat those. It cannot eat Halloween bats. I needed your tags. I'm sorry. Froggy leaves his path on a window. He's made his mark. I just watched a 5-minute video of cats touching an iPad with fish on it. The entire time I was laughing to myself thinking, haha, wow, cats are so easily entertained. Then I realized I just watched a 5-minute video of cats touching an iPad with fish on it. You are the one easily entertained. Please tell me the good things, even the smallest good things, in your life this morning. My 2 resident crows have learned that when the cat meows at the kitchen door, I come out to feed him, and they get the scraps. So they have learned how to mew also. It is eerie and hilarious. Scuttles into a pet store with no money. Free zoo time. When you got 2 pets and don't want the other one to feel unloved. The creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog, John Dilworth, is a regular at my job. When I told him that my mum and I are huge fans, he made this for me. The things I do for love. I had some fun with my hair before losing it to chemo. Just found out the dude who invented goldfish crackers made them in the shape of a fish because his wife was a Pisces and he wanted to make something for her. Love is stored in the goldfish cracker. I wish I had a dad. I'll be your dad. We're having pork chops for dinner and your curfew is midnight. Thank you. I love pork chops. Whenever you're feeling suddenly calm, it's because I took your voodoo doll out for a picnic on a girl. What about when I feel pain? Internet friends are kinda like illegally downloaded friends. You don't get the physical copy, but you still get all the great content. I'd illegally download you all. I am a star because I just am. This is true. Someone help him. I wish I could help you. You can help yourself though, but your brain is too small. Charlie was sitting like people, and then he scratched, and my life is over. They've been dating for more than a year now. Grandpa bought her a teddy bear. I'm doing my homework when all of a sudden, this cat took the elevator to meet up with his girlfriend. A young person like you shouldn't be calling yourself trash. I wish I could be better. You don't need to be better in order to be good. You just need to notice why you are good. Everyone is good in something. I think I would have the best sleep of my life in this. Yeah, until out on the lawn there arose such a clatter that you sprang from your bed to see what was the matter. May this picture of Pedro Pascal holding a pillow in place of Baby Yoda while doing voice work for The Mandalorian be the break in doom scrolling that you need to see. A dog saw his owner picking up trash and then went and brought him a discarded plastic bottle, earning him a treat. Next thing he knew, his dog was cleaning up the whole neighborhood. This brewing company pays tribute to fallen soldiers by dedicating a beer to them. I love this. When it's been 40 minutes since you placed your order and you're really hungry, but you're still waiting patiently because you know the food industry is hard and you hope the waiters and cooks are having a good day. True love doesn't have a happy ending. Howard Foster and Myra Clark, high school sweethearts, were forced to break up in the 60s due to racial social pressure. They reunited 40 years later and got married. Beautiful then and beautiful now. A young lad has hiked 3 hours with tools and a sapling sycamore tree and planted it next to the felled one. How do you make holy water? Take ordinary water and boil the hell out of it. This is the best joke. Whoever bought a black kitten as a Halloween prop and then tossed it into the ditch, I hope you rot. Stopped on a busy road to grab him. Rushed to the vet, clean health. Started deworming. Barely 3 weeks, keeping him warm and fed until we find a home. Don't buy holiday pets. Making good use of the drone. Mods are asleep. Post fat horses. We are all going to be okay someday, I promise. Stingray Blast, Flag of Australia, but I've replaced the blue with this cool rat. B987 just called B5683 a slur. God, I wish this was me so bad. This could be you. So they're finally here, performing for you. I want to see them live. The red-shanked duke is the most peaceful and relaxed monkey I've ever seen. Just look at its face. The camouflage of the great grey owl renders it nearly invisible. It is known as the ghost of the forest. Fun fact, the official name of a roly-poly, or pillbug, is Armadillidae, as in armadillo, a relation to the way both creatures roll up in armored balls as a defense mechanism. Most people's doorbell. My doorbell? Struggles of a long-distance relationship. Found my girlfriend's comics. Going to sleep with it tonight. Won't see her for another 60 plus days. Tucked it in. A mum who sat next to me on the plane told her small child to watch out for this person's space. And wow, it really just is that easy. Being proud of you for hanging on. Making a meme because I don't know how to express it. Me. When you're finally free from something something that was a huge burden on your life. In case you are having a bad day, I printed this special pot for my plant. Studying psychology to see what evil people are capable of doing. Studying psychology to see what good things people are capable of doing. Animal Crossing players will show you a picture of a weird little duck and be like, I hate this guy with every fiber of my being. Don't hit her, so cruel. I am smithing her into a mighty blade. If I take my cat with me anywhere, even if it's for a short drive, he meekly comes out of his carrier, dramatically hanging his head with his eyes down like this. Like, I'll never know how brave he thinks he is for taking the ride to grandma's. 99% of ramblers quit before they conceive a coherent thought. Keep talking. Cleanse me, mother. Are ducks birds? Yes. But how? Warm blood, lay eggs, feathers, beak, wings. By logic, chickens are birds. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is a weird cat. This newly discovered Bahapathy purple frog spends nearly its entire adult life underground, but its tadpoles spend 4 months suctioned to cliffs behind waterfalls. New frog. This animal fills me with conflictions. I have never seen a curly-haired mouse sniffing a flower in my life, obsessively thinking. The bearded vulture is the only known animal whose diet consists of almost 70 to 90% bone. It is capable of swallowing a sheep's vertebrae whole. The bird's stomach acid has been estimated to have a pH of 1, so even large bones are digested within 24 hours. Christ, that's so metal. Good boy. How do we show this is the deluxe version of the album? More crab. They're taking over. Horse with cat sharing inspirational and touching moment between friends. I am spiritually him. Look at him, mirthful in the presence of his bull. A huge male orca with his mother and baby sister. Despite their size, male orcas remain loyal/affectionate with their mothers for their entire lives. This is Todd, half frog, half cabbage. He has all of their strengths and none of their weaknesses. Surrender now. This is Ryan, he hate plant. My parents don't have grandchildren yet, so this is what's on the bedside table in their guest bedroom. Today, my best friend said, I'm so in love with you, I feel like a little container of strawberries. Just when you thought you'd seen everything, here's Snowball, an extremely rare leucistic alligator. Please enjoy this sheep. A feral pig in Australia drank 18 cans of beer, fought a cow, and then passed out under a tree. 38-pound rescue cat Crumbs gets stuck in shoe rack while trying to escape from fat camp. He caused a ruckus. They're here to heal your heart. Thank you. Forget hot stone massage. This looks a lot more relaxing. What a difference 2 years can make. She was so sick when I adopted her. One thing that hasn't changed is her amazing personality. I just want to share the progress that my little Wilbur has made. From alone, sick, and left for dead, to a loving forever home. Narrator. I didn't want to just be a good boy. I wanted to be a great boy. The greatest boy that ever lived. Oh, Drake just wanted a high five this whole time. Whoever just placed a $50 plus order in my shop, thank you so much. That literally just paid for half of my groceries tomorrow. This is what $50 means to a small business. $50 is nothing to a $1 billion company. Start shopping small. Chemical elements in the US states. This information is so satisfying, but I don't know what to do with it. This is the saddest little thing I have ever read. Did you know, alone on Mars, the Curiosity rover sings itself happy birthday every year on August 5th. And it's dead now. Celebrated 19 months sober this week. Signed a lease for my own 2-bedroom place with a co-signer for the first ever. Decided to treat myself to a trip to Knoxville and picked up a new roommate while I was there. Everybody say hello to Jack. Please don't say mean things about yourself. This is my friend you are talking about. You have been visited by this hanging Ethernet cable. He has now blessed you with a week of good internet and no lag. Dearly beloved, we gather here today to join these two in holy quackrimony. True love. His whole life, my dad had an insanely ticklish nose, and just last year, my 18th year on this planet, he's been doing this ever since I can remember. I found out he was faking it because I found it hilarious. And to this day, that is the single most pure act of affection I've come across. At store, get cat treats and other stuff. Can't cover all of it. Leave the junk food, take the treats. Cat purrs when she eats it. Thank you, kitty. Using unwholesome language to keep your show wholesome. When contestants do cry out of frustration or disappointment, generally, May and Sue stand near them and use unerrable language so that the embarrassing footage is tainted and won't make it to the final edit. This is the only boy he won't. Powerful. Broad-snouted caiman baby in mother's mouth being carried from the nest, Argentina. This is wild because to a human this looks like unsuspecting innocence in the face of certain death, but to a caiman it looks like being warm and safe with mum. I caught my son with frog memes on his laptop and immediately shipped him off to an underground fight club in Brazil. Let's see how much of his friends can help him when he faces off against Manuel the Eater in the bowels of Rio. One nice way to feel better about yourself is to imagine what Steve Owen would say about you if you were a little snaky he found in the desert. This little fella can eat double his body weight in one sitting and likes to spend most of his time in isolation. I saw a neighbor boy practicing his jump shot into some tree branches in his front yard. I had a portable hoop in the back from when I moved in that was taking up space, so I walked over and offered him the hoop for free. I only lived there for the next year or two, but it was almost non-stop basketball dribble. Next door after that, I saw him, his sister, parents, aunts, uncles, even a grandparent or two, all take a couple of shots at the hoop over time. It felt good to know his family got so much use out of it. According to Google Maps, that point is in the middle of a small lake, so we'll do it in January when it's frozen. Actually, that's why they've helped drop a big cement block with a bridge surrounding it in the middle of the lake, for the express of doing what OP aspires to do. My dad was admitted to the hospital right before Christmas. We didn't know if he would make it home at all, especially not for Christmas. This is my parents slow dancing to "I'll be home for Christmas" on Christmas Day. My dad printed out the meme I sent him. My dad: "Me, how was your day, son?" Terrible sleep schedule. Supporting the family. Spending most of his time at work. Do you ever see an image on the internet so pure that it makes all the trash worth it? All the old socks will go to Mr. Peter with one leg, if not claimed by next week. Judith Luth Cohen was an American aerospace engineer who helped create the abort guidance system that rescued the Apollo 13 astronauts. When she went into labor, she went to work. She took a printout of a problem she was working on to the hospital. She called her boss and said she finished the problem and gave birth to Jack Black. The explicit message I got growing up was, you can't depend on a man anymore. Times have changed. Instead of, here's how to identify a man you can depend on, I will teach my daughter the latter. I am going to propose to you at the fireworks festival. Successful. Congrats. Littering. Keeping the trash in your pocket until you see a trash can. He just needs an iPad. The water is an iPad to him. Hospital lets kids drive themselves to surgery and toy cars to help overcome fears. The look of intensity on the monkey's face is what elevates this photograph to something truly magical. We were following a lioness carrying her cub, and she was getting really tired. An elephant showed up wanting to help the lioness. The elephant put its trunk down. The lion jumped up, and the elephant carried the lion cub. Apparently this is how bees see flowers. That is wild. I want BB. You're laying in bed. It's the perfect temperature. It starts raining. The Texas State Aquarium has taught their crews to play Connect 4, and I am delighted. Two blind men couldn't open the water tap to drink. A female monkey saw them and came to help. Bald eagle, believed to be injured, was just stuffed to the brim from its latest meal. More people are adopting sick, old dogs to keep them from dying alone and afraid. Girls racing sheep in Wales, 1965. Girls will be girls. Imagine if giraffes had 2 legs. Hello friends, I am here. My dad was killed in the line of duty 10 months before I graduated college, so guys from his station came and surprised me at my graduation. My grandma got a fidget spinner for her 85th birthday, and look at how happy she is. 10-year-old Yemeni girl smiling after she was granted a divorce from her husband. A 30-year-old man. I was outside eating a cookie, and I saw about 5 ants just roaming around on top of the steps, and I had noticed there was only one ant that wasn't holding anything, like the other 4 were, holding Dorito bits or something, and the ant seemed sad it wasn't going in the same pace as the other ant, so I put a cookie crumb next to him, and he picked it up and started running as fast as the other ants, and I think that made that little ant's day. Slave donkey, thrown into Wolf's cage as dinner, but Wolf refuses to harm donkey. What kind of review is this? Seller has a good heart. He won. I'm happy for him. He got 6th place actually. He won. If she was with you when you had nothing, she definitely deserves you when you have everything. Friends with nice hair. The best friend group. Just a baby hawk. Looks like a Pokemon that hasn't evolved yet. Thinking about the time I made Pepperoni his own tiny waffle, and he did not understand it or like it. When the day off got pouring rain and loud thunder. I suffered. Why shouldn't they? I suffered, and I'll do my best to help people because of it. Everyone. Reddit is bad and full of weirdos. Meanwhile, Reddit. Switch is being donated to a children's hospital from Reddit users. Hanging out in the shade of the first oak I ever planted, now 34 years old. The photographer called him pretty. I call him pretty too. This looks like a cover of a mystery murder book. 9 lives down. Really obsessed with these eyelinerless pandas right now. First time seeing someone with their glasses off. Please enjoy these heavily cropped photos of a friend of mine who works at a bat sanctuary, carrying bats around in her pocket. I see this duck couple every day in this dumpster full of bread. Y'all consider this a date? Yes. My kids got me a ravioli locket necklace for Christmas, and I'm crying how much I love it. Best friends grew up together. That time Chris Hemsworth made his daughter a dinosaur cake because the bakery wouldn't. Dad of the year. Locals supporting the wholesome cause. You are awesome. The world is better with you in it. Tom Holland as our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man dropping into a children's hospital to spread some happiness. I am going to feed you and take care of you now. Okay, sounds good. Indianapolis installs tiny ramps on canal to help save ducklings from drowning. I am stressed out, but here's a picture of my cow with bunny ears. The brown one has angry eyebrows. Yes, this is my dear friend. Dear friend is pretty like snow. You hurt dear friend, I will hurt you. A heartbroken widower paid tribute to his wife by planting a forest of 6,000 oak trees, leaving a heart-shaped meadow in the middle. Trick-or-treater notices house is out of candy and leaves some of his own instead. My mom was pregnant with me, so she missed her prom. 18 years later, I took her to mine. My friend got me this, and he is the best. And the game is good, but my friend is better. After years of physical therapy, training, and help from his dedicated partner, groom with spinal cord injury walks down the aisle on his wedding day. Every month this year, my husband has taken our daughter out on dates. He brings her home flowers, helps her pick out a dress, and takes her out to split a dessert with him. It's become a tradition. Me, when I show up to the kindest person competition, but my opponent didn't show up to let me win. The local council in my part of Brussels will install a mosaic on the path outside your house for free, and I realized that a bunch of people use it to get portraits of their cats. Thinking about the girl I saw in the Delhi metro charging her phone, but her cord was too short, so she put her phone on her head. Wow, if you look closely, you can see the Olympics is actually set in the same cinematic universe as Ratatouille. Today I learned that millennial dads are spending 3 times as much time with their kids than their fathers spent with them. Back in 1982, 43% of fathers admitted they'd never changed a diaper. Today, that number is down to about 3%. Millennials are killing the deadbeat dad industry. This wild goose flew in and became friends with my grandma's farm goose. He hasn't left in over a year. The power, the pose, the presence, them paws. Oh my god. Hey, what's that 69 emoji in your bio mean? Huh? This emoji right here, what does that mean? It just kinda has me curious. Cancer? Oh no, I'm so sorry. How long have you had it? I hope you beat it. Bruh, the star sign. Palmer PD protecting mama dove and nest she made in the hood of a police car. This police car must have not been in use for a while. Should I take one home? Yes, 91%. Thanks for voting, guys. Grabbed one and named him Gus, but we got caught, so now we're both going to jail. What's Gus going to jail for? What did Gus do? You kidnapped him. It's go time. You want the roast? Then let's go. Roast my little doggo, Odie, the Boston Terrier as well as Perry. How dare you tell us to roast your good boy? Wendy's can't do that. Friends who don't support your long-term goals. Friends who support and encourage your goals. Okay, that's at the top part, that's not a friend. Wishing that Superman existed. Striving to embody Superman's ideals and therefore becoming Superman. A Californian care home that went bankrupt. About 16 elderly residents were abandoned. Most staff left, but the janitor and cook stayed behind to care for the residents at their own expense. My dad is afraid to fly, so when I was 5, I made him a doll to hold on the plane. My mom sent me this picture. He is packed to come visit me. The doll is 43 years old. A 67-year-old woman from Shanghai has planted over 2 million trees for the past 12 years to fulfill her son's last wish. Rows of trees now stand in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, where in 2008 there was only sand. Here is a church that looks like a chicken because we need happy things in our life. Chicken church. Mei Bue Chechen is a rice farmer. Her rice paddies were destroyed by the 130 million liters of water pumped from the cave in the rescue mission. Her response: children are more important than rice. We can regrow rice, but we can't regrow the children. The sign contains the following message in Portuguese: please don't take my little ball away. If it's on the street, it's because I threw it for people to play with me. Return it through the gate to make me happy. This ball means everything to me. That's sad, because they had to make that sign because before people were stealing it. Man, why are sun bears like that? Like what? Oh, you mean that? Well, sometimes it just be like that. Bob Ross was such a friendly grandpa dad. I'd like to take him home and just keep him as a pet, but that's not what he's meant to be. He's meant to be free. I sent him like 104 reels while he's asleep right now. He replied to all 104 reels individually. If Earth was challenged to single combat, who would be our champion? My buddy James. He's nothing special, but he's got heart, and heart counts. My little brother has a crush on this girl, and he invited her over for dinner, and I'm the chef. I'm geeked as hell. Apparently her favorite dish is curried chicken and white rice. I'm making coconut curried chicken and lemongrass white rice. I'm going in for my little bro. Dad just put on Soul's music. I cannot make this up. Trying to get a picture, but they keep eyeing me. My guy already got her head over heels. I can't plate food to save my life, but hey, I had to try. try today. Table is set. Why am I so excited? Got him! Such an appropriate time to post this picture. I'm incredibly honored to nurture him into a man. Looking up Scottish mythological creatures and Wulva, a werewolf in Shetland that is said to have had the body of a man with a wolf's head. It was reported to have left fish on the windowsills of poor families. That's the nicest werewolf legend I've ever heard of. Now I wish I could draw, because I would love to draw this. Overheard a child at the park today tell his sad friend, "It's okay to be sad. Sad stands for secretly a dinosaur." And then he let out a big roar. That kid is going places. A rare spotless giraffe has been born at a zoo. It is believed to be the only known solid-colored reticulated giraffe in the world. Now it just looks like a stupid horse. Dog suffers from psychomotor seizures, but his friend helps calm him down. Just did 700 days on Duolingo and decided to buy a cake and candles to celebrate. I love people who romanticize the hell out of every little win in their lives. I want to be those people. You can be those people. If you are singing along to a song on the radio, there is a good chance you are singing along with thousands of people. So in a way, we're all part of a worldwide chorus. My mum blowing on my injured knee. 7-year-old me, who fell in the gravel of the playground. When that new book smell hits you. I lost my phone at a festival. One guy found it, returned it to me, and even made sure to take videos of the artist with it. Gonna be late. Wait, gotta kiss my dog. Question, what is love? Answer, I unfollowed some meme pages so my husband can send me memes I haven't seen. I've got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so my joints can dislocate up to 50 times a day. I can pop all my fingers out and everything. Hurts like hell, but I'm pretty used to it. Once I saw a girl who had dislocated her thumb falling off a flying fox, so I dislocated mine and showed her how to pop hers back in with the least pain. Luckily it worked. She was up and back in a couple of minutes. I felt quite happy that my illness had helped someone. You dropped this. Branson Baker was with his parents when a tornado nearly killed them. To get help, he ran a mile in the dark through debris and downed power lines, using flashes from lightning to guide him. The last thing he said was, "Please don't die. I will be back." They all survived. This is what I like to hear. Beast mode. 7-year-old me. Random yellow flower I found. My mum. They have nubs instead of legs. Their tummies are almost touching the ground. Walking potatoes. The one in the white towel though. Potatoes. They abandoned you, and I collected you like a treasure. Today my nephew, who's recently decided that he's a wizard, came round and showed me his book of spells. A folded A4 piece of paper. I looked at it expecting to see spells to turn people into frogs and to make you fly, but the only thing he'd written was a spell to make people smile, and I think he must be a wizard because I smiled pretty big. The scientists made a classic mistake. They underestimated the power of friendship. Magpies have outwitted scientists by helping each other remove tracking devices. This is a white yak, native to Tibet. I need to go exploring. I need to see a white yak. You think they get along with dogs? My life is changing, trying to document what I love as if I'm seeing it for the first time. Or last, grandma peeling garlic, frying fish. These adorable photos of dogs from now versus when they were puppies will brighten your day. What the hell has happened to Gus? My 14-year-old is babysitting for the first time, and I just received this text from him. So once they're all asleep, do I just go or wait? Yes, honey, you have to stay the whole time. They aren't old enough to be left alone. Ah, okay, thanks. Properly organized fox storage. Please refill left fox at earliest convenience. Incredible photograph of a German soldier going against direct orders to help a young boy cross the newly formed Berlin Wall after being separated from his family. Even in 1890, one cat was never enough. Bird or tennis ball? Impossible to say, but thank you for sharing. The earth is alive, and it's watching your every move. The only acceptable way to shoot elephants. Isn't this snow owl beautiful? It's very beautiful. This is one of our parent-reared juvenile peregrines. I don't know his name, but he is very round. Sometimes a barn owl visit is enough to keep us amazed. I discovered a woman on Instagram who makes and sells mattresses for rats and matching pajamas. The mattresses are called rattresses. This is her baby, Lord Duncan. This would work on me, sorry. Look at that fog. I am madly in love with you. Please become my wife. I can provide fresh pork and wine for you. Come to Transylvania. Definitely typed out by a vampire. Joey's school had lunch with dads today, and since my dad's in Bahrain, they FaceTimed while he ate, and I'm so in love. Jax has really bad eyesight, so the doctors prescribed him goggles. You're welcome. He's got those Clark goggles on. A while ago, I was playing around with Photo Booth. I put my cat in front of the camera, and I almost died laughing when he saw himself. He was so shocked. What have I become? I've been domesticated by the monkeys. No. How it feels to wash your hair and brush your teeth and have clean clothes on. Oh my god. A cat knows. I just found out about Gloucester canaries and I'm gonna cry. Look at them. They have bowl cuts. Friends in different time zones. Hi, the other one's sleeping. There's a coyote outside. You know what that means. Coyote vest time. Coyotes can't eat him because they're laughing too hard. What do you mean laughing? They're scared of him. You're not saying his outfit is silly and goofy, right? Heaven forbid we raise our boys to be good dads. My tattooist coughed a few times while doing my thigh tattoo, so I pulled a cough drop from my purse and offered it to her. And that is the most mum thing I've ever done while doing something that should be cool. Looking up from the computer at my local coffee shop and Frog and Toad are here. Kermit the Frog. When I was a little girl in the 90s, I wanted a Batman birthday party, but I was told that Batman was for boys. Growing up, I always joked that someday I'd get that Batman birthday party when I turned 32. I gave up on that idea, but my boyfriend didn't. Boyfriend, marry her. When someone is going through a rough time, just sit with them. No preaching, no advice. Just be there, just like the cat is there for the dog. Ice Age finally let Scrat have his acorn in heartwarming farewell to Blue Sky Studios. Me and my friends were playing with some kid on Black Ops 3, and we friended him because he was funny, and he said, "You guys are so cool. It's hard to make friends because I get picked on, but you guys are the best." Dog. Yeah, I'm not sniffing that. They can just stay lost. I don't blame you. Ditty, our ship cat, looking magnificent and nautical. No, girlfriend's cat snorted, then did this. She's still doing it. I realized if I take a shower before a match, I play better. New meta for gamers, taking a shower. When you're driving and you see a dog in the car right next to you. Here's yet another reason why my dog is the purest pup ever. I came home from the store to see that his food bag had fallen over, but it looks like he pushed all the food into a neat pile instead of leaving a mess. He didn't eat it because he usually only eats when I'm around. Sneezed when everyone was asleep. Before passing away from cancer, Don Anderson gave his daughter Lola a note. It was a diary entry that Lola had discarded as a child, expressing her dream of winning Olympic rowing gold. Her dad had kept it, and now Lola has achieved her dream by winning the gold medal. Just rented a metal detector from a woman in her 70s, and I asked her what the best thing she'd ever found was, and she said, friendship. I'm sobbing. On her bench at East Lawn, my dad and I left one of her balls of yarn as a tribute. He just went back today after a few weeks to tend to the site, and someone had used the yarn to knit mama's scarf. Baby giraffes are so cute. I don't know, they look like they wear headphones. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and bread rises when you let it rest. We are all our own things. What's motivating to you may be crippling others. There's an old saying, I think it's Russian. The same boiling water that softens the potato will harden the egg. Please enjoy pictures of these Japanese swallow that's disguising herself as a peach. You know the videos on YouTube which are, is it cake or is it not? This has to be cake. Leptopoma pellucidum is such an unbelievably cute and whimsical species. I saw this documentary 7 years ago and I think about this line every day. Oh, penguins have criminal tendencies. She is going home to make soup. Whatever, man. Who ate the last pizza slice? Suspiciously pizza-shaped faced dog. I don't know. A caged chicken on the day it was let out of its cage, and the same chicken 3 months later, after enjoying a free-range life. I know this is not what I normally post, but animal welfare is important to me. Mr. Bean taught me one thing in life. Enjoy your own company instead of expecting someone else to make you happy. Having a conversation with my grandma with Alzheimer's. Me. It was nice seeing you. It was nice remembering you. You remember me? I don't remember your name, but I remember that I love you. What is your secret for always staying down to earth? Gravity. McDonald's employee with Down syndrome retires after 32 years of serving smiles. For Valentine's Day this year, I commissioned an artist to paint my girlfriend and her cat as a traditional Disney princess / companion. For the boys, look at this cool stick. If there's a kitty here, it's probably hungry. Kittens conversation. Hey, we are all really small. Do you want to sleep in a pile? Other kittens. Yeah. I adore my coffee guy. I always get a large coffee, and at first I'd walk in and he'd be like, large coffee, right? But now he just does finger guns at me and goes, large. And I'd be lying if I said that wasn't the best part of my day. Skedaddling. I made an old lady blush today at work because she ordered 2 senior coffees, and I said, Senior? I'm sorry, miss, I'm going to have to ask to see some ID. And she covered her mouth and went, oh dear me, and couldn't stop laughing. You, my friend, are a really sweet person. If I had a flower every time I thought of you, I could walk through my garden forever. Who the hell made this hard quote? When I stopped at a crosswalk today, this guy pulled up next to me, rolled his window down, and stuck his head out, and at first I was like, oh no, street harassment, here it comes. But then the guy was like, Dude, look at that huge rainbow behind you. The only appropriate thing for a dude to shout at me. Out a car window. I know social media is really dark and scary right now, so I figured I'd lighten your feed up by sharing my adorable and wholesome grandpa. He's very excited to be a great grandpa for the first time. This is what an awesome great grandpa looks like. In Germany, it is illegal to kill any animal that is a vertebrate without proper reason, like the animal being ill or a danger to humans. Because of this, all German animal shelters are no-kill. There are hundreds of ways to stalk your prey and remain unseen. Miles doesn't know any of them. My dad used to get so mad every time my mum would come home with a new coffee mug. She likes to collect them, and her new boyfriend literally built her a wall to display her collection. This is why we don't settle. I'm the author. This picture of my Samode with a teddy bear. I release all rights to it. It would just be nice if her image could survive forever. I wanted a cat. Wife wanted a cow, so we got this. Your wife wanted a cow? Why a cow? She just loves milk. In case anyone was wondering what dating is like in 2023. Jason, 25. What is self-unemployed? How does that make... Isn't it just unemployed? Date idea. I pick you up at 6 p.m. We eat rotisserie chickens in the grocery store parking lot and talk about aliens. You'll be home by 9. Lillard, my 3-year-old baby likes to lie down like this. 14 out of 10. Very good flat. Competition with Flat Stanley. Have you ever wanted to grab the night sky and add it to your hoard because stars are the ultimate shiny? Well, I have good news for you. This is blue goldstone. Me, peeling tape off webcam. Hey guys, what's apoptosis mean? Little FBI voice within my computer. Programmed cell death. Me. Thanks, Roger. Tell the family happy holidays. Roger, the FBI man. Will do. Please get more sleep. A San Francisco man saved a threatened butterfly species by replanting rare flora in his backyard, transporting caterpillars to his local botanical garden, where they began to make a comeback. Our dog Nikki passed away a few years ago. Once in a while, our cat, Tremmy, pays Nikki's remains a visit. Caught her doing it on camera today. Nikki took care of Tremmy since she was a kitten. Oh, that's sad. This cat must be old. Or that dog must have died really young. Rest in peace. First snow, excited to play. He looks so happy to be outside. Will he go sledding or skiing? Make a post with all questions and let me do it. I'm bored at work and don't want to do my actual college work. I'm 67 and retired. Not particularly bored, but I love science, so count me in for answering the questions. 65, laying in bed, drinking hot chocolate. Love science. Let's do this. Where were these people when I needed them at school? As a bat biologist, I just want to give a shout out to bats, who for years we've been saying are super sophisticated for dodging one another and flying in synchrony. Now that we've used high-speed cameras on them, turns out they crash into each other all the time. Bats are cool. I love public libraries because they are built on the principle that books are so important and so necessary to human flourishing that accessing to them cannot depend on your income. At the grocery store, my daughter yelled at me, "Look, Dad, I have a twin." And there we understood that the world would be much better if we saw it as a child sees it. You guys, we passed this couple in the cemetery today. They were putting these flowers on every grave. When I asked if this were a Memorial Day gesture, she said, "No, we just got married and we wanted to do something meaningful with the flowers left over from our wedding." The Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels were Papua New Guineas who helped hundreds of wounded soldiers along the Kokoda Trail in World War II. They made sure the patients had food and shelter and slept next to them at night. They never left an injured soldier behind, even when they were under attack. The explicit message I got from growing up was, you can't depend on a man anymore, times have changed. Instead of, here's how to identify a man you can depend on. I will teach my daughters the latter. My stepdad passed away a few days ago. My mum received this blanket in the mail today, addressed to him. To my wife, I may not be your first date, your first kiss, your first love, but I just want to be your last everything. I love you forever and always. Always wrap yourself up in this and consider it a big hug. Love you. My neighbor said she saw the Amazon truck pull up, but they didn't deliver anything and I was getting so nervous until I got home. He'll never find it. My heart is exploding right now. Dad of the year just passed out candy to everyone on the flight so his 3-year-old could trick or treat. My 3-year-old daughter, Molly, was bummed that she wouldn't be able to go trick or treating this year due to this flight. So I decided to bring trick or treating to her. If you are willing, when my little donut comes down the aisle, please drop this in her basket. You'll be making her Halloween. If you're unwilling, no worries. Just pass the treat back to me. Thank you so much. The flatted plant hopper nymph looks just like popcorn with tiny legs. It is covered in a protective waxy filament. This really is popcorn. If you said to me, this is popcorn, I would believe you. I would not think it's a flatted plant hopper nymph. I don't even, how is this even real? Stadium worker gets support from his best friend in the stand every time he's working. Ben. Are you Ben? Yes. He's my best friend. He always comes to watch the match. Always, always. Some people are poor, but rich by heart. A woman breaks windows to save husband's Gundam collection during flood. Penguin feeling under the weather. Binge watches Pingu to cheer himself up. This man saves old bagels from work every day and distributes them to the hungry on the street. I just want to sit here and feel the calmness. In case you are sad, here is a picture of ducklings wearing paper dresses. Wonder who the culprit is. Oh my gosh. A bread boy. A crime of passion. Great octopus. 10 out of 10 shiny. This is a first edition holographic octopus. This is worth a lot of money. No. Not a puppy. Do not be fooled. Do not make fun of him. He's a little different. Sea urchins put rocks on their heads for protection. So if you give them tiny hats, they will wear them. Seals that make you go, ooh. Seals that make you go, ah. Will you watch YouTube with me while we eat? I will not. No. Bro, I am on my way. Sorry for calling you bro. You are my girlfriend, and I love you. I love you too, bruh. Hollywood really demonized bats. These ain't nothing but some bird puppies. My kid's teacher made toys for her class based on their drawings. Pay teachers more. Story of every brother and sister. Fight, cry, make up. Deaf man adopts adorable deaf rescue puppy and teaches him sign language. All cats are good, but I especially enjoy black cats, who just look like vaguely cat-shaped blobs of darkness. Dog balances rice cakes on its head. Today, a guy ran over my brother's mailbox and drove off. He came back an hour later after visiting Home Depot and completely rebuilt his mailbox. A man and a grey goose named Maria formed a close relationship. She would wait for him every morning at the park where they would walk together. She even chases away other geese and any dog that gets too close to him. My bird was sad, so I made him some masks. Now he's confused, he's everything. Eminem has donated cups of mum's spaghetti to Detroit hospitals. This cat has a stall reserved at my local pub. He sits in the same seat every night, quietly watching the other people. Man stops for kitten trembling and rude, then realizes her feet are glued to the ground. I hope the kitty is fine now. Luckily she is. She was saved by a man who took her to the vet to get her wounds looked at and get the glue removed. Him and his wife adopted her and named her Sticky. Went to the shelter to pick up my newest foster litter. And the woman goes, "Do you want 2 kittens or 4? Like truly the most absurd question I've ever heard. Anyway, they need names. Came home drunk last night and got way too excited to see my computer. The king has arrived. All hail the king. POV, you are a pea or perhaps a seed. Someone's about to be very happy. The feeling of getting a new bike is always unmatched. The fastest thing on earth. Why are they so powerful and just fast? My dog, begging for whatever is on the stove. Completely unaware he's asking for boiling water. Kid sneaks candy from dad's stash. Dad shrugs it off. He doesn't mind sharing. Sorry I can't hang out. I forgot how to mimic human-like behavior. I mean, if you just want to loom in the corner like some kind of creature, that's cool. We just don't want you getting left out. Took her to see the new Barbie movie last night. Let's go, Philip. You're the Ken she needs. If parallel universe is true, I hope that my other self is happy. Cat, fit in bike water holder. Hug me. But we're buildings. Doesn't matter. I need it. Okay, bring it in. Here are 2 bunnies using another bunny as a couch. Steve Irwin finally gets his star. Can you show me a beautiful image that will change my life? No way. Woman quits job, searches 57 days for lost dog, and finds her. Nicolas Cage once went into a casino with $200, won $20,000, and then gave it all away to an orphanage. Russian brown bear who was abandoned as a cub and raised by humans has now started a modeling career. A blanket lift bar that keeps your feet cool while you sleep. Boogeyman liked that. After noticing lack of good sticks at the park, Dad turns old tree branches into stick library for neighborhood dogs. Upon passing away, grumpy old World War II veteran left waitress $50,000 and his car for always being kind to him. Shout out to the security man keeping this good boy dry. He said, "Well, you never know how dogs feel about the rain. Pancakes for breakfast. That means everyone gets one. An octagon grilling table that lets everyone cook their own meat. My friend is a pilot and I told him I was having a bad day. And he told me to go outside at exactly 12:50 and look up and, not gonna lie, my day got better. To be loved is to be worth the inconvenience." Bald eagle smashes into window, Virginia tax office, flies off. New law allows pets to be buried alongside their humans at cemeteries. Mum, can I color your arm please? She, her, they, them, cool hat.
My 3-year-old finding her 158th rock today. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I keep it? My wife has been learning to play video games recently. To fix a point of frustration, I made her a diagram under the TV so she didn't have to keep looking down at the controller. When tadpoles metamorphose into frogs, they cease breathing with gills and start breathing with lungs. Picture of a young frog gasping for air as it learns to use its lungs. I just feel like it's my responsibility as a father to embarrass my noodle son on his birthday, mutters under his breath. Getting real tired of your stuff, Dad. His nose, it's shaped like a heart. I want it. Any cat experts know if this image is real or not? I'm an expert and it's definitely real. Lady Gaga took a photo with and gave money to a homeless man. When she leaned in for the photo, he said, "I smell," to which she replied, "Don't worry, I smell too." Build a world where your children are stronger than you ever were. I'm getting teary about an SD card after losing a cat. Cat owner, that lost cat. Would you accept this form of identification? I am 21. No, because it could be in dog years. Human, uses all kind of shampoo, hair conditioner, nutrition. Cat, lick. I was going to go to work today, but my dog was sad and I needed to keep him company. Negative self-talk, accepting my flaws and working to improve myself as a person. My partner loves pigeons, so I hand-stitched this as a gift. Let's poop around together. Dads, if I have a daughter, I'm not playing dress up. Dads after having a daughter. Progress after 1 year of converting a water-dependent lawn to 70 species of mostly native plants. 2022 versus 2023. When you finally find a real-life situation you can apply maths to. You didn't lie. Bro, I'm telling you, the gym has changed my life. It literally got me through the worst situation. How so? Last night, 5 guys broke into my house. And what did you do? Nothing. I was at the gym. Girlhood is a spectrum. Wounded baby animal. An amalgamation of all the worst parts of her father. She styled what the bear is wearing. I love when people love having fun. Shout out trees. I love them. My cat did the pose at dinner tonight. Yeah, I'm into NFTs. Noses, feet, teeths. When you have a great time with your present, but it was not for you. Ah, I make sandwiches for my students who can't afford breakfast during finals. Can't afford a diamond ring, so I got you this kitty. Local dog follows Google Maps Snapper and ends up appearing in thousands of photos. I like to throw Q-tips at my cat. He doesn't like it. Patience, Dad. Patience. Yes, wait until he's cleaned his car, then commence pooping. Dogs might be called man's best friend, but we don't show the police where your drugs are, or you need to know about owning a cat. Yeah, it's always on their terms. That's what I've learned. No way. Big ears. He can hear everything. Don't say anything mean about them. 10-piece. No, don't eat the puppies. Woman sets up camera to catch strawberry thief. Quickly finds the culprit. Wholesome. Baby elephant hugs forest officer after being rescued and reunited with mother. Best ever seen. They look so happy. This is Bunsen. He had his first puppuccino. Normalize women proposing. I think it is pretty normal, no? Are you kidding me? Sometimes they shrink in the wash. Gecko with sand hat. Gecko with sand hat. So cute. Me and Leonardo baked sugar cookies. He looks so proud and content that you made them together. Drew my friend's cat. Head empty. Just angry fish. This fish is a dog. It does look like a dog. Can I come over and stare at you like this? Cheese is important. Dinosaurs didn't have cheese and look what happened to them. The 4 horsemen of being wholesome. I love being a historian, dating a lesbian librarian, and getting texts like this. Me bringing you sources. Screw all romance except whatever this is. I love it when my pets sigh. Like, what ails you, my little unemployed freeloader? Dog 911. What's your emergency? My ball is under the couch. You've tried barking at it? It didn't work. Oh my, oh my. I think one of the most amazing displays of democracy in history is that 1,000 islands managed to come together and agree on a single dressing. I love your content, please don't die. I actively try not to these days. Birth child, adopted child. A parent's unconditional love and support for their child no matter where that child came from. Trust is like a glass. Once it's broken, it will never be the same again. That's why I use plastic. The 4 horsemen of genuinely good humans in real life. My niece made her dad the cutest Father's Day card. Well done. Medium well. Medium rare. Dad, you're the rarest of them all. Happy Father's Day. Found a really cool person today. Me winning against a a random dude online. Also me, after hearing his girlfriend saying she will sleep over if he wins. You can have this one. My nephew asked me where Walla Walla was located. I told him somewhere between Tang Tang and Bing Bang. Cloister, get your ass down here and say it to my face. So when it rained a lot the other day, the front pastures got pretty flooded, and when I called the babes for breakfast, Houdini was walking around the pond and went to go stand on his board that he loves to stand on, and it started to move. And that's the story of probably the first horse who ever surfed. Surfdini, you can lead a horse to water, but you didn't know he'd be shredding way. Good reasons to get stronger. Lift girlfriend, lift wife, protect women, intimidate men. See, this is healthy masculinity. No, it is not. This is me being a lesbian. Some big dude covered in tattoos, smoking a cigar in front of my apartment. Hey, I don't know if anyone has told you, but you are phenomenal at parallel parking. I've seen you a few times like, she ain't gonna make it, and then you do. Incredible. Honestly, it made my day significantly better. I love when you hand a dog a treat and they are like, thanks, I'll be having this in the other room. If you'll excuse me. Love is stored in you. In me? Two of them. Two of you. Oh, to be this doggy. He is the main character. This is just a photo of Tiny. He kind of fits the wholesome meme. Tiny! This artist creates art using clothes on a washing line. 5 parrots were separated at a zoo because they were swearing at visitors and then laughing with each other. Nepal hosts a festival dedicated to thanking dogs for their loyalty and friendship. Please do not let the cat in. His name is Max. Max is nice. His owner does not want Max in the library. We do not want Max in the library. What media expose versus what really happened. How rumors go out versus what really happened. Really fat blue jay. UPS man takes pictures with every dog on his route. Marine reunites with and adopts military dog he served with. Satellite reveal there are 20% more emperor penguin colonies in Antarctica than previously thought. Man pays emotional tribute to late wife. Recreates maternity pics with daughter. Rest in peace. The new Japanese prime minister is Kimetsu no is a Demon Slayer fan and promised that he would boost the income for people who work in the manga and anime industry. We got a new puppy yesterday. I asked my 4-year-old to put him to bed. This is what I came back to. Woman goes to pet cat at a shelter and finds her cat who had been missing for a year. Bob Ross's son Steve Ross could barely paint in the aftermath of his father's death in 1995. But now he's back at the easel, teaching a new generation of happy painters. 2020 is the year for Xbox and PlayStation. Both will always be awesome. It'll just be a great year for gamers. I want to see Snoop Dogg. Parade for nursing home residents. And Snoop posted this on his Instagram. On my way, granny. Turning into my father. Turning into my mother. Really feeling this today. Stay on the rope. Stay on the rope. Bio-urban robotic tree fights pollution by performing the work of 368 real trees. Thank you. You've made my Halloween. At the grocery store, my daughter yelled at me. Look, Dad, I have a twin. And there we understood that the world would be better if we saw it as a child sees it. I was trying to take a picture of my painting, but my cat started to kiss. You could fit 10, 15 henchmen in this bad boy. Easy. I was offered a random day off due to an overstaffing mistake and took it. I decided to have fun with the pets. I got all ready for work like I normally would, and they just did their usual job of trying to persuade me not to go, and I made a dramatic show of letting them win. They've been on a happiness high for the past 3 hours. One time when I was a barista, I was telling my coworker that I suddenly really missed cows. I used to work with cows all the time back at home, and then I moved away and it suddenly had been 4 years, and nary a cow. 15 minutes later, this old guy came up to the counter with his address written on a napkin, and he said, me and my wife have a whole herd of Dexters and a couple of new calves. Come on over anytime. So after work, I was like, okay, screw it. And I drove to the address and I parked at the gate and I walked down the driveway to the barn, and this woman was like, oh, my husband told me you might stop by. Come see our cows. And she introduced me to every single cow. Made my whole week. Thank you, cow couple. ADHD is so funny. It's like being possessed but with myself. Me, desperately. Can we please get something done? My inner demon, who is also me. If you like pina. Mom, I'm asexual. Even though I don't fully understand your sexuality, I will still love you and accept you as you are. The mom. You're an endangered species. You've been added into Minecraft, which will bring more awareness about your situation, and maybe we can fix it. Tarnation Wharton. In 2013, Cristiano opened a football academy in Georgia, and one of the children who registered was Kvaratskhelia. Today, they meet again, and he scored in the first minute versus Portugal. Surreal. She guessed my favorite color first try, but between me and you, I didn't even have a favorite color until she yelled out yellow. She was really excited and smiling like a little kid, so I told her she was was right, and I haven't seen yellow the same since. It's in everything. I could probably live in it now. This is one of my favorite posts. Me, watching my mutuals speak each other's languages, not understanding a single word. Superb, you funky little bilinguals. I love you. Me, sobbing. Funkfic superb. I love catching people smiling at their phones, because is it a cute text? Is it not safe for work? Who knows, but I'm glad you're happy, friend. A German engagement ring from the 16th century. It was designed to turn into a mini astronomical map entitled, "The whole universe is in your hands." I was 9 years old, waiting for the school bus in Wisconsin winter. I had a thin coat, no hat or gloves. A woman driving past saw me and stopped, giving me a blanket from the back of her car. It was a long skinny one, so she wrapped it around my head and shoulders like a big scarf. I remember thanking her, but being confused. I told her I didn't know how I would give it back when I was done borrowing it. She hugged me and said not to worry. I still have that blanket. Why are LGBT plus whatever Q thing quick? Why are they quick? Why are they quicker than the average person? I don't get it. Is it like their shoes? Cyborg. Does he have a vocal box of a cyborg? AI? Hello. Men are competitive beings. As proven by my favorite pastime. When someone says I can't do something because I'm not physically capable of doing it, I give it my all just because they said I couldn't. You can't live your best life and love yourself. I mean, look at you. You're clearly not able. Hold my beer and look. Mother shows how proud she is of her son, making tutorials for everyone. Wow, proud mother here. So grateful John is using his gifts and skills to encourage others. Nothing could make me happier as his mother. Over 1 million animals are killed each year on Britain's highways. Cockrow Green Bridge will become the UK's first Heathland Green Bridge, offering both animals and pedestrians a safe passage. What really scares me is that I'm average. I'm not really good at anything, or really beautiful. I'm just going to live an average life with an average job, an average income, and die an average death. With an average funeral, nobody is going to remember me. Van Gogh thought that too. That's really inspiring. Received a wholesome note with this DS I bought online. Hey there, thanks for buying. I got this DS as a birthday gift when I was 10. I had no idea who Link or Zelda were when I got it, but I sure did by the end, and it traveled with me for lots of long rides. I'm 23 now, plus hoping someone else gains the same enjoyment that I did. Happy gaming/collecting or reselling. Times are tough. Janie.